Hey loves, today I'm going to be doing a video on royal icing transfers. If you enjoyed this video, put a Christmas tree in the comments. With that being said, let's get started. Royal icing transfers are very helpful to make. All you have to do is just use a template and then you can pipe any design that you want. Now I made this template of gingerbread men since we're around Christmas time, and I'm going to have this link down below. It's going to be available as a free download. I also have some that's on my website, and some of them are free and some are available for $1. To make the royal icing transfers, I printed off this sheet just with regular printer paper, and I'm also going to use this is stencil paper. Now you can use a clear protective sheet, just anything that's clear. You can also use parchment paper. So what you're going to do is just put your clear sheet on top of your white printout, and I usually will tape my white sheet to the clear paper. And that way it doesn't move around. You can also tape it down to the table, a tray, probably a tray, so you can like move them out the way, because really once I do these, I don't like to move them around too much, and they're gonna dry overnight so that they get hard. Now, if you don't have a clear protective layer and you only have parchment paper, that's fine, but parchment paper, you won't be able to see it as clear. This is very clear. I can see the design easily. I did start off using parchment paper before until I decided, hey, let me do this. Even if you have like clear plastic treat bags, you can lay that on top, and that way you'll be able to see through. So let me go ahead on and show you just how to pipe these onto your paper. Before we start piping, I want to show you the consistency I use to pipe the transfers. I like to use a thicker icing because it will help my shape stay in place. And it's such a small transfer, I don't need my icing flooding like crazy. I'm going to be using the same consistency to pipe details as well. When you start to pipe your transfers, try staying inside the black line. Someone gave me this tip, and it helps your transfer shapes stay true to how you want it to look. If I go outside the line, I feel like I can still achieve the gingerbread man, but maybe my curved feet won't look as sharp. So it's no big deal if you go over the line, it's just if you can, try to stay inside. After piping the gingerbread men, I let them sit for about 15 to 20 minutes so the first layer would get a chance to dry. Now it's not all the way dry, like don't try and move them in around yet, but it's just that the top has become slightly hard and I can add my details on top of this layer. This will help my details stand out. So let's talk about why I love transfers. They don't take much effort. It's just tracing an image and piping on the icing. Even if you don't have a template with pictures printed out like I have in the video, you can hand draw whatever image you want and use that as your template. You can make these as simple or as detailed as you want. You can make them any size you want, big or small. They can be used on cookies, cakes, and as cupcake toppers. I even use these little gingerbread men to decorate cocoa bombs I made. I'm going to let these dry overnight, and it's best to let them dry as long as you can. And I have this marker in my Amazon storefront that is in the description box below. I am all done and they are ready to be removed off of the clear sheet. Now, at this point, you need to be careful when removing them because they can break, so it's a good idea to make more transfers than you need. Now, if you need help, I have a video on royal icing consistency, so be sure to check that out because consistency is something you need to master beautiful cookies. Let's talk about storing them. I have stored mine in this craft box at room temperature. I think I purchased it at Walmart in the craft section, and it has different sections which I like because you can put multiple designs in the same case. I have also used a glass jar to store them, and these will last a long time. I say you can keep them for at least 6 months. I haven't got them tested in a lab to get a true expiration, but I feel like the ones I have kept, they looked good and tasted good at the 6-month mark when I tried them. You can also store these in a binder. Just put a dab of icing on the back of the transfer and stick it to a clear sheet. Just cut your clear sheet out to whatever size you want. If you have like a 8.5 by 11, and you can stick that into a clear protective sheet and put it in a 3-ring binder. And if you made it to the end of this video, I appreciate you so much. Put a Christmas tree in the comments below and make sure to subscribe to my channel if you're not already. And I will see you next time.